This is James Bayfield. I want to welcome you to this video. In this video, I'm getting ready to discuss my short sale checklist. I'm known for checklists because I believe in systems. I believe once you find a vehicle that you're going to use to generate income, or you need to generate system for it, you need to create what I call a checklist, a step-by-step checklist. Whoo! What you have here is 12-step checklist for my short sale program. All right, if you're a short sale investor, you should already know this information already. This information, I'm assume that you have the prerequisite to be doing short sale. I'm assuming you understand foreclosure fundamentals. I'm assuming you understand the foreclosure cycle. I'm assuming that you're in a part of the world, part of the country that have different foreclosure laws that you have studied, mastered, or you have purchased one of my foreclosure products. Understand that. So here we go. These are a few suggestions that I have for you, my short sale checklist. You could do this business from home. Matter of fact, I recommend you work from home if you're going to be doing short sale. You need quiet places where you're not constantly going to be interrupted because you're technically a processor, right? Short sale is a team effort. You understand? It's a team effort. But you as the main person that's acting as a processor, you need to understand that you need quietness, you need a phone, you need a dedicated fax machine, need it all the time. You need a computer with database, custom database for your work, a scanner, and phone. These are prerequisites. You need to understand the foreclosure laws in your state so you can understand what kind of time frame that you have to get this thing done, how to start the process, how to stop the process, how to get it going. Anyway, this is the checklist. You need to learn the industry language. You got to learn the industry language. The industry has like the word short sale. That's the industry term because the word short sale is also used in the stock market, the security market. It means something totally different. You need to understand the vocabulary, the language, the vocabulary of the work you're doing, the bit industry, so you can navigate. You need to keep a conversation log. Conversation log is vital in your folder, in your setup. You need to have a conversation log. Your conversation log should have the date, the loan number, the borrower name, and every time you make a phone call to a negotiator, right, you need to document that stuff. On 12/4/2013, whatever the date is, or 4/27/2013, or 3/27/2013, whatever the date is, I spoke to Jennifer from the Loss Mitigation Department, who informed me that she will contact me within 24 hours for an update. All right, you need to write that down because if you have to go to court, ask for the court to install the process, these become evidence. You could use these as facts to persuade a judge that you have done your part, they're not acting in good faith. You need them to give you the time you need to accomplish this objective. All right, you need that. You need to keep. I record all my calls. I record all calls. You need to go to Radio Shack, go online, buy some kind of device that you plug to your computer, connect your phone to your computer, or use one box, record all your conversations. The reason why you want to record all your conversations because down the line, you don't want to be this environment today. There's a lot of regulations going on. You got the Federal Bureau investigations always looking to accuse you of something doing something wrong, or sometimes the homeowner is accusing you of doing something wrong. If you're an honest guy, you're doing things by the book, all right, you want to protect yourself, you record the conversations, so you'll be accused down the line, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, of misrepresenting the facts, misrepresenting on offer, and your life is on the line. You want to be able to retrieve those MP3 files, and from your computer and give it to your attorney or give it to your appropriate authority and say, you know what, she said I said this, but this is how the conversation went. Now, in some state, it's illegal. But let me ask you a question. Every time You call the company, they record you, right? All right, guess what? Before you answer your phone, you could get a recorder say the same thing. This call may be recorded. All right, I record all my calls because people lie. When you deal with liars, the only way to dispute a lie is to provide the facts. And not the facts can't come from your words. They have to come from recorded devices, pictures, words, facts. So, and also whenever you get a chance, always work with email via email with negotiators. Sometimes that helps you out a lot too, because emails, these things are record of this email are kept. Down the line, should any dispute, any allegation come up, and it will protect you. All right. So I do email, I record my phone conversations, I take pictures, I do videos as well. The reason I do that is to cover my behind uh, because I did that. People was making allegations about me. I had my facts, copy of checks, keep copy of all that stuff for up to 5 years. I keep my stuff scanned into my system. So, and I back them up just in case I run into some scenario. Because people are just looking for you to slip. Because when you become successful, folks, making X amount of money in a competitive environment, the haters come left and right, and you want to be protected. All right. Keep a property showing log. If you're gonna work as a realtor in this file, you every time you show the file, every time someone call you in the file, keep a log of your marketing. Right. If you place an ad on the daily news, keep an ad on all that stuff. You want to show that you did your due diligence. You place ad, you place signs, and people call, and this is the time you show them, and make people sign your log for you. As a courtesy. If not, just write their name down, write their phone number down. So anyone who wants to follow up down the line, they could follow up. They could look into the stuff and find out what's what. All right, so you don't have to worry about somebody accusing you of fraud and spend like $25,000 just to get out of the situation. Use that as a field tactic. And organize your folders. When I get a folder, I use the legal folder, 8x14 folders. I write the name of the party, the loan number, the social security number, the date of birth, and the property address. These are common information that they're going to need. All right, on the folder itself, I have a sheet that I take to the folder. They have a column for buyer, seller, and the property information, all the details. So when I do a follow-up, or if I ask someone to come and help me and do a follow-up on the file, all that information is there already. All right. Scan all your documents into your database. I use ACT database. You can use different database, but make sure you have the ability to scan stuff. Pay stubs, bank statements, W-2s, tax returns, contract. Scan all the stuff in once it's executed. Scan it all into the system so you can have a copy of it for future reference, future use, whatnot. These are my prerequisites that you should do if you're going to be doing a short sale to protect yourself. All right. Also have your disclosure signed. Disclosures saying that whatever language, arm's length disclosures that they require these days for you to have. All right, boom. Number one, let's get with it. I'm getting ready to run down the 12 steps, 12 items. All right, number one, you will need to call the lender, request a copy of their short sale package, right? Because every lender have their own proprietary package. Bank of America have their package, request for mortgage assistance, RMA form. Chase has their package. AFC has their own package. So even though it's the same information, sometimes it's best to use their form and just use some of your form with their stuff should you need it. Okay? All right. You can't the lender proprietary forms. Fill it out. So get a copy of it. Get it emailed to you. Get it faxed to you. Once you get it faxed to you, emailed to you, scan it to your system, and so you can customize it and keep it in your database. Number two, get your authorization to release. Fax to the bank immediately so you can get you in the system because it takes about 24 to 48 hours to get you authorized. But when you call the first time, you're going to have to do a three-way conversation, or if the customer's in front of you, put the customer on the phone to give you a verbal authorization to speak to collect that data in terms of number of month delinquent, if the auction schedule, sales schedule, interest rate, so you can have information to give the third party down the line when you deal with investors or regular buyers or attorneys or other professionals that might need that information. All right. The third, complete the hardship letter. Basic is always put the loan number in the letter, the person's name, the property address, and as part of the header. The reason why, because you don't want that information to get lost, and if you don't, it's not, everything on a bank level is referenced by a loan number. So you make sure you get the loan number correct by requesting a copy of the statement, copy of the statements, and verify that with the statement. To confirm that with the loan mod person, the loss mitigation rep on the phone when you get on the phone with that person. Number four, you want to collect the bank statements. You want to collect 1 month bank statements, collect 1 month pay stubs, collect the last 2 year tax returns on that borrower. Number five, you want to fill out the financial statements based on the pay stub that you received and the income, the expense. That's basically what they're looking for. What is their weekly income? What are some expenses? Homeowner association fees. Put all the fees in there, everything in there, and to match with the hardship letter, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Number six, you want to fill out what we call a 4506T, which is a copy of that tax transcript. Tax transcript. They're going to request a copy of the taxes to compare what they saying they earn, back and forth. These are new stuff they want now. And if the person said they have not filed taxes in the last 2 or 3 years, what you want to do, you want to ask them to type a notarized letter saying that they have not filed taxes in the last 2 years, and get it notarized and fax that to the lender. All right. Number seven, sales contract or your offer. If you have a preliminary offer, just go ahead and get something going. Put an offer on the table. Let the bank determine they're going to accept it or not. 9 out of 10, you probably have a buyer already, somebody in mind that you think that would be a good prospect. Call your buyers up, let them know you got a new listing, and put the real estate signs up and put it into multiple listings. That's going to generate a lot of calls, and get a buy-in and submit that offer to the lender. All right. Remember, if you're working as a realtor, you get paid based on commission. So the higher the offer you get the bank, the higher your commissions. So you should always your goal should always aim for 6%. In New York, if the house is sold for $300,000, we're talking 6% of that. That's 18 grand for yourself. Okay. Always keep that in mind because you meet your goal. You want to do this deal within 90 days or less. All right. You want to get a buyer pre-approval letter. If you have a buyer, you want to get that pre-approval letter. That's be number 8, pre-approval letter. You want to get that. All right. You want to get any other paperwork that comes with the buyer. If it's a corporation, you want the article of incorporation. You want a copy of their pre-approval from the hard money lender. Most of those guys always use cash to close, so you want to get the copy of that and authorization as an officer of the corporation to sign, et cetera, et cetera. All right, number 9, you want to complete the HUD-1 form, the net sheet. It's called a preliminary HUD form. Preliminary HUD-1 is basically a net sheet. You want to know how to do the math. It's very important to do the math. You need to be able to know how to document all the seller's fees. If it's any additional fees, you have a consultant that does document preparation. You're going to need to attach an invoice with any fees that you're going to expect the bank to pay. You have to attach the invoice. That's a secret. A lot of negotiate that I understand about short sale. You're going to need to provide an invoice. All right, some kind of record for the documented. You need all bills, like you need a copy of the tax records, tax bills, water bill, invoice for document preparation, attorney invoice, any like if you had a processor that help you with the short sale, whatever her fee is, you add that as an invoice. Now some bank might not want to pay it, but if they don't, you have to find a way to pay that person who helps you assist you a different way. All right, maybe the money have to come out of your own pocket, your commission per se. Then you got number 10. You're gonna need a copy of the listing agreement. You need a brokerage agreement, listing agreement, saying that property is currently listed. Some banks would not move forward without a listing agreement because once they reach the listing agreement, what they do, they go to a system called Equator. Equator system, going to a database system for you to start managing the file, which is somewhat time consuming. I deal with that nonsense at night. I deal with equity at night or early in the morning because it's very detailed. You got a lot of patience to play with it, plug all the numbers and all the details that come along with it. It's really frustrating if you ask me, but it works for them. All right, number 11, a BPO stands for broker price opinion. Once all this paperwork has been submitted, the bank gonna want to order a BPO, broker price opinion, about the property, which is gonna give an estimate what the property they think the property is worth. Sometimes they use realtor to do the BPO. Sometimes they use appraisers to use the BPO. Most FHA short sale that I've seen, they always use a licensed appraiser to do the broker price opinion. Right? That number, that's a deal killer, a deal maker. So what you want to do, you want to able to influence the BPO by challenge anything that don't make sense on the paperwork on the BPO side. If you feel like the BPO came out too high, they didn't credit the repairs. You might have to get three estimates from three contractors. To document the repairs like roof issues, electrical issues, plumbing issues, anything that could be very costly. Bad flooring, painting, etc., etc. All right. Number 12, I would get a copy of. I'm gonna say number 12. I'm gonna call it short set disclosures. You gotta have the disclosures. The disclosures are very important because banks today wants disclosures, and that they're also the lenders for the buyers also require disclosures, short set disclosures that you could have. You could download on the internet. You could request for. You could buy from someone's package, such as mine, etc., etc. Number 13, I was keep a copy of limited power of attorney, and I said 12 copy of limited power of attorney because sometimes you're gonna need some. You're gonna need some get some docs from customer service, some other departments, some probably you might run into. Their limited power attorney gonna assist you. Maybe they help you. You got to fax that into customer service. Sometimes you might need a payoff. Sometimes a payoff request is not gonna give you that information. It might be able to help you. Sometimes you need a copy of the assignment of mortgage. These are obstacles that happens at a real estate at a closing, before the closing. For title might need a clearance, so you're gonna need to assist them. So you got to do everything in your power to get this stuff done. If you don't do that, then you're in trouble. Anyway, this is James Bayfield for jamesbayfield.com. This has been my 13 steps, 13 items that you need to complete a short sale that I follow in my system. Like I said, I try to do this within 24 hours. I do most of this thing myself. Sometimes I have assistants that assist me to complete these tasks, but this is how I make a living. It's the core of my business. And like I said, every transaction to me is worth about $18,000 on the low end, and it could go up to more. So if you are a realtor, or you're thinking about getting into the short sale business as a niche, you need to have patience. You need to think in terms of two. You, the salesman, you go show houses. Your processor do your process for you. Just originate loan. Say just it's as a loan officer and a processor, short sale sales guy and his processor too. So that's a good way to work. If you do that, you can pump a lot of short sales out. If you're not gonna work that way, then while you're over there in the basement messing with this paperwork, doing the short sale stuff, this is money. You're not connecting with the people. You need to connect with the investors, tell them what you got, so you can build the buyer list, deal with the retail buyers, tell them what deals you might coming down the pipeline, and so you could always have deals flipping, closing back to back because of the relationship. Your goal as a salesman is to go and connect with people, shake hands, give them card, educate them, give them your free DVD, like I've done to you, for you, educate them about the process, and build a relationship, connect, establish yourself as an expert, as an authority in that area, so you can assist them. That's your goal. That's your objective. And if you do that, you get paid. Like I said, it's not easy work. It's politics involved. There's a lot of coordination and a lot of patience and a lot of energy. So wake up, do your workout, do your cardio, do your running, and make it your business to master this art. It's fun. It's a lot of, it can go a lot of places, and people need your help. And actually, you're doing a good thing. You're helping the bank out. You're helping the homeowner move on, and that's what you do. This is James Faithful for JamesFaithful.com.